Well, hello there and welcome to NovellaSims. I'm Novi and today you are watching a creator sim video in The Sims 3. And what makes this video very, very special is that this is a collab with the one and only SimplyHarry here on YouTube. We are doing the blind date challenge. We're not doing any particular one. I didn't follow any specific rules that I saw online. But basically, in essence, I gave 4 traits to Harry and said, I need you to make me a sim based on these traits. And you get to pick the last trait, the 5th trait. The catch is that trait has to be a negative trait. So I don't know what trait Harry will give me or give that sim. But when I finally get to see Harry's video, I'll be able to say whether it's a deal breaker or not for the sim that I am creating for Harry. Harry gave me 4 traits as well to create a sim around those traits. I'm not going to tell you what they are just yet. I'm going to leave it right to the very end. But as I'm creating a sim, you can maybe guess what you think those 4 traits might be. Again, it's the blind date challenge. So obviously they are going to be positive traits, sort of what you would have for your dream guy or your dream girl. So I'll let you just sort of guess and see what you think those traits are based on the guy I'm making. But I do think I didn't really stick to the brief very well, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So we'll leave it as that. In addition to the 4 traits that I gave Harry, I also requested 1 physical feature. I asked Harry to create a sim with brown eyes. So that will be 1 physical attribute that I know Harry will do on the sim. And Harry requested green eyes on his sim. So Marco, the sim I'm creating, has green eyes. I've been waiting to do a collab with Harry for the longest time because he was the first actual Sims YouTuber who found my channel and ever commented on my channel, and I still remember that day. I was so trigger happy. I couldn't believe he found my channel and actually watched content and actually enjoyed it, and it was just at this time I think he had 800 subscribers, so I'm nobody. I have less than 50 at the time, and here's somebody almost close to 1,000 who's seen my channel, and he's just been simply amazing. I think he's such an amazing person overall. There are a lot of things I genuinely admire about him. Right now, he is adding captions to all of his videos to help people from his community with accessibility. I hope he doesn't mind me saying, but I believe that Harry was either born deaf or had deaf issues from when he was very, very young. But he does have a cannula, I think it's called, so that his hearing is better. And he does speech therapy to help with the consequences of obviously being deaf at a young age. If Harry was a sim, he would definitely be brave. That's definitely one of his traits. He just has the confidence to introduce himself to people and say hello and just really get on with it. It's great. I just think that's really incredible what he's doing. And again, it's just one of the things that I really admire about him. Since the time that we started talking, he was like, oh, you should get Twitter, and I was like, oh really? Because I don't have a personal Twitter at all, but I joined Twitter because Harry said, yeah, join Twitter. And when I joined, he introduced me to the Sims community. He was like, oh, this is Novella, she's new to simming. And you know when somebody just does things out of the kindness of their heart, I never asked, I never even expected him to do that, but he is such a cool person. I cannot say, I don't have words to describe genuinely what a positive impact he has made on me. And you know when it's one of those things where someone does more for you than you can ever do for them, that's how I feel with Harry. It sounds so weird, but honestly, that's how I feel. So yeah, I just think he's really, really amazing. So if you watch this video, please, I'm begging you, go to his channel, watch his videos, subscribe, comment, and encourage him, because he's been through a lot. And sometimes people, they need support even if they don't ask for it, and I really want the community to gather around him, because I really honestly think he's amazing. So there we go, that's my whole emotional spiel about SimplyHarry, and yeah, I just really adore him, if you can't tell. So anyway, let's get talking about this sim that I am creating. So the sim is actually called Marco Mina. I just kept randomizing until I saw a name that I thought suited him, and Marco Mina came up, and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And I googled it, and I think it's a name of someone from Mexico. I think it's a Mexican president or governor or something like that. And I thought, okay, so maybe this Marco is either from Mexico, or I was actually, when I was creating Marco, I was thinking he's going to be like from Turkey. I love giving my Sims ethnicities, not just generic white Sims or brown Sims or black Sims, like giving them a heritage. I think that's really important to me personally as a person of color, to give all Sims heritages. And I see Marco perhaps being from a Spanish or Turkish or Mexican background, so you can really look at it and put him wherever you want. So those were my initial thoughts as I was creating Marco, or creating a Sim. I definitely wanted a Sim with that background. And the thing with Marco is that he's actually the first male Sim I think I've ever made in The Sims for years. Absolute years. I can count on one hand how many Sims I've done a makeover for. Those are just like makeovers. I don't think I've made a Sim from scratch, especially not since I started my YouTube channel. And so I'm very, very happy that I managed to do this. But guys, I genuinely need your opinion on whether he's actually good looking because there were so many times I don't know. I don't know. I felt this way when I created Angela. Like, I'm creating a Sim and it's like, yeah, you look okay. But there are times when I was playing the game would minimize. And then when I brought it back up, it'd be like, oh, wait, is that really what your eyes look like? Is that really what your eyebrows look like? So I just kept going and going. Sometimes I try to, I start with the face, like the eyebrows and the eyes and the nose and the mouth, and then try and do the whole face profile. That's really sort of my method of madness, as you might want to speak. So these are the first things I started with. Then I think it's the hair, just so you can sort of get that all together. I did try and add some facial hair, but you'll see it in the video. I can't remember if it's gone or coming, that it just didn't suit him. So it was like, yeah, okay, it's not. But then when I watched the video back, I was like, wait, it does suit him. But when I was in Create a Sim, it didn't suit him. So I don't know. I feel like your perception constantly changes as you're creating a Sim. And that's what makes it really, really hard, actually. And because I haven't made male Sims in the past, it's a learning curve. So yeah, it was a really good learning curve for me, and I'm very, very glad I did it. So yeah, I definitely need your opinion. Please, please, please. You can give me 5 stars for effort. I will take that. But if he is genuinely trash, you need to tell me he is trash. That way I was like, right, I know what I need to work on. And if you think, is it the nose? Is it the mouth? Is it the eyes? I'm really, really interested in hearing your opinions, because it's one of those things where it's your perception. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as they say. And so, yeah, I'm just really intrigued to see what you think. So as you can see, the traits that Harry gave me for the perfect Sim that he wanted created was athletic, irresistible, good, and family oriented. And the trait that I chose, the negative trait to give Marco, was inappropriate. So I don't know if that's a deal breaker for Harry, whether he thinks, despite all those good traits, I can't deal with somebody who's inappropriate. I thought, considering I went with the sort of bad boy turned good sort of thing, I thought, well, sometimes you can say the wrong things, not be fully aware of somebody's feelings, and I just thought, yeah, that'd be a great trait to actually give a Sim like Marco. I do actually go ahead based on those traits and pick the lifetime wish of superstar athlete. So yeah, I think overall that suited Marco's personality well. I go ahead and I choose his favorite. I believe I go for grilled salmon as his favorite dish. I just wanted that to be a surprise. I think in my head, like, he'd be a steak guy, or everyone would think he's a steak guy, but he's not. Hip hop is his favorite music, and Irish green is his favorite color to go with those green eyes. And the star sign that I pick is Aries. I just thought we've come out of the Aries season, so why not make him an Aries Sim? So I really hope that you enjoyed this Create a Sim. Like I said, please don't forget to go and check on Harry's channel. Go and check out his videos, subscribe, comment. It's all love that we need to share in the Sims community right now. If you know what I'm talking about, you do. So it's enough from Marco, and it's enough from me, Novi. Until next time, bye.